Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Accidental Beauty. If you're new, welcome. My name's Laura. I'm a self-taught makeup enthusiast who absolutely loves purple everything, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this look inspired by the Pantone 2022 Color of the Year Very Peri. So if you guys want to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. Alright, so right now I just have my brows on. I leave a whole rundown of all the products that I'm wearing always in the description box, so if you're interested in any of the products that I'm wearing or that I will wear later in the video, that's where to look. Okay, so before I put on my complexion products, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna put on the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This is in the shade Halo. It's more blue than purple, but it's got like a bit of a purple-ish reflect, so I'm gonna try this technique. I don't do it that often. I've seen it work really well for people, so I'm gonna try it out. We'll see if it works for me. There is a name for this. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically adding that lit from within glow underneath your foundation, so it sort of adds like a little bit of a glowy base. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like not underlighting, but anyways, I'm just gonna put this where I would normally highlight, and then I'll just go kind of over here, pretty much like the high points of my face, and then areas where the sun would hit. And I'm just gonna tap that in. I'm not gonna be too precise because my my foundation is gonna cover this anyways. But if I can sort of, oh boy, okay, that might be too much on my forehead. But if I can kind of get like a little bit of those purpley blue ethereal vibes going on to enhance the eye look and just kind of play off of that, then that would be super cool. Okay, I don't even know if this is showing up on camera, but in person, it's a little crazy. I think I'm gonna do my foundation and concealer, come back, and then we'll do the eye look. So just hold on a sec. All right, I'm back. I look very ghostly. All I have on is foundation and concealer with a little bit of powder. Let's see, you can kind of see that highlighter a little bit through my makeup. I don't know, it looks like my lights are kind of washing it out right now. Oh well, I tried. Anyways, let's move on. As you can see from the title, we're gonna be, and from my intro probably as well, we're gonna be doing an all periwinkle look, which is like one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite colors, and I'm so happy that Pantone chose this color for the color of the year. All right, looking through my collection, I don't actually have too many purple shades that are this color. So I'm just gonna put up on screen the color that we're talking about. I've got this shade Wink from Give Me Glow. I've got this shade Remy from Divina. I guess I have this one Grapeness from Give Me Glow. Got this shade Spooky from Shroud and Butte Beans It's Freaking Bats palette. Although that one looks a little bit darker, so I don't know if I'm gonna use it. This one's a little dark, but I've got Ultra Violence from Gimme Glow. I've got a couple shades from Cleona. Got this one down here, which is not showing up the way that it looks in person. This shade down here, Enamel. And then I've also got the shade above it, UV, which is showing up white on camera, but it's a white base with a purple, bluish purple reflect. Also forgot to mention I have this shade Velouria from Sugar Pill. So that's what we're gonna be working with today. I don't really have a plan, so I think I'm just gonna kind of do my thing, improvise. It's kind of my favorite way to create a makeup look. So I'm gonna zoom in and let's start. All right, so I'm gonna start off by taking Velouria from Sugar Pill, and I'm gonna stick that in my crease. You know what? Actually, I rarely do this, but I'm gonna prime my eyes because I really want to show off the intensity of these colors. So I'm gonna use the Ulta Nude Matte Eye Primer. I don't really love this eye primer, to be honest, but I want to get rid of it. I really don't like priming my eyes because sometimes these eye primers are like a little oily, a little sticky, and then there's like residue on my brush because I don't like setting my primers. I find it just makes my eyes look very dry and crepey looking when they're not normally. So then I find that there's residue or like oiliness from the primer that sticks to my brush, and then it gets in the eyeshadow, and then it causes hard pan and just a whole mess. But then I get really intense color like this, which I rarely get when I don't use a primer, so it's like there's definitely a trade-off. Oh yeah, but then also the eyeshadow sticks to the primer, then it doesn't stick anywhere else, and then it's hard to build up a gradient, and it's difficult. Ooh, that is looking nice. So I'm just kind of stamping this eyeshadow into my crease. Normally I don't do that, I just kind of go in and blend, but trying to prevent my eyeshadow from picking up like any residue from the primer. Now, I just want to deepen it a little bit. I'm trying to like strategically plan this look. Alright, I'm going to go into Wink from Give Me Glow. Just adding a little bit in my crease, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, see, my eyes are already looking very dry, and they never do when I don't wear an eye primer. Maybe it's because it's a matte eye primer. It like really adds that, you know, matte. Yes, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go back into Sugar Pills Velouria just because I want to add that color back up here. We're gonna do a really high, I don't know what this area is called. It's like the area above the crease. And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you, baby. I think that's looking okay. Oh, this is like my favorite color. Honestly, this is gonna be a really, really simple look. I've already done a look similar to this on my channel, but this time I'm focusing on exactly the shade Very Peri. I might deepen it up a little bit, maybe like underneath my lower lash line or something, just to add a little bit of dimension, but I'm going to try and keep it pretty close to the actual color. That's pretty much it for the crease area. I'm gonna dip into Remy from Divina, and I'm gonna stick that on the outer corner, like the outer V of my eye. I'm just gonna stamp this in. It's like basically the same color as everything else I'm using. It looks darker in the pan, but it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of a darker color, I think, on the outside. It just needs a little more dimension. Even though this still is gonna be a very monochromatic look, I want to add a little bit of tonal variation. Right now, I'm going to use a blending brush to apply Grapeness, this one, even though I know it's a lot darker, but I really want to diffuse the color, so I'm going to apply it on a blending brush and it'll already start blending it out, if that made any sense at all. So I'm literally just applying this on the very outer corner. Try and build up a little bit of a gradient, but like a very, very subtle one. Oh, that's such a lovely color. And let's add a little in the crease, because why not? Okay, I've got two wings going on, and they're kind of at different angles, which is very on brand for me. I'm liking what's happening on my eyes right now. All right, I'm gonna go back into Remy and just reapply that a little bit, I think. Just blend the two together and just go back into Grapeness. And I really just want to build that gradient. Got like a really nice situation happening on this eye, and this eye is lacking a little bit. Now it's time for the shimmer shade. Like really, this look is almost done. I'm gonna use the NYX Glitter Primer, and then we're gonna apply our shimmer shades, and then I'll figure out something to do on my lower lash line, and then really the look is basically done. I'm gonna apply a little bit of this shade Enamel, which is showing up way differently on camera. So I'm just gonna apply the tiniest amount of that, and the most is gonna be UV, this one. And then I might mix them together a little bit, like where they meet. Oh, look at this, it's so pretty. Yeah, so it's not really the shade that I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna only add the tiniest bit, but it has such pretty dimension. Okay, I'm gonna have to blend this in a little bit better. I will deal with that later. Okay, next I'm gonna go into UV. Yes. Also not quite the right shade now that I'm looking at it, but looks really pretty. Okay, you know what? I'm losing patience. I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm just gonna dip back into enamel. Just mix those two together, kind of like in the center, and then the inner corner is gonna be UV. These are so magical. Just leave a little bit on my inner corner to highlight it. Now what color should I do on my lower lash line? It's gonna be a little extra. I'm gonna prime my lower lash line. Just gonna add some glitter primer down there. I'm gonna use the shade Anomaly from JD Glow. This is such a pretty statement color. Normally I just put this like all over the eyes, or as like, you know, center in a halo look or something like that, because it speaks for itself. But this time it's gonna be kind of the accent shade. People change, but not us, and we just... All right, it's kind of cool. Starting to lean away from the very Peri theme though. I'm gonna have to go in with another shade to blend it out, but it looks cool. Let's go back into Wink. This one, I think I'm just gonna blend it out with that and try and bring some of those periwinkle tones back into the look. This is gonna be a very blown out look. I don't normally bring my lower lash line stuff this low, but all right, we're doing it today. And I'm gonna see if I can try and blend this out to be a little less crazy looking. At the very least, a little more, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just talking for the sake of talking. Now I'm just kind of stamping Wink over top of Anomaly. I want to keep the glitter, but I want to tone down the blue and kind of make it more purple. Okay, hopefully I can tie this together with mascara, lashes, all of that. So I'm gonna leave it here, put on the rest of my face, figure out what to do for a blush. I might use one of these purples actually. So I'm gonna figure that all out and then I will show you guys the final look. You know what? So I just added some bronzer contour. Then I figured the rest of my face, other than finishing up my eyes, is also gonna be purple, so I might as well include that here. I would like to use Wink as a blush, but it's very cool toned and I feel like I've done that before and it looked really ashy. So I'm gonna break the rules a little bit. I'm gonna use Gimme Glow's Electric Purple, which is like the one warm tone purple here. Doesn't really fit in. I'm gonna apply that. If it needs a little bit more periwinkle, I will add that in after, but let's just start there. Just tap that off because this is an eyeshadow and not a blush, so it's gonna be very pigmented. I'm gonna use a very, very soft hand. As you can see, it's a very pinky purple. I'm gonna try dipping into Velouria from Sugar Pill. It's a lighter color, so I'm hoping I can add a little bit of purple, but not make it too cool toned. And then I might have to go back into Electric Purple just to bring a little bit more warmth, but we shall see. Okay, I think the purple tones are coming through. It's still very pinky, but I'm afraid to make it too purpley. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Beetlejuice Recently Deceased palette. Unfortunately, this was limited edition, so I don't know if you can get it anymore. Let's try, that's kind of pinky, so maybe let's try a little bit of Lost Souls. I know it's really dark, so I'm gonna use a very, very soft hand. Okay, yeah, there's the purple that I want. It is very intense and it doesn't want to blend out. Okay, well, I got my purple blush. It is there. It is not messing around. And now it looks very pinky purpley. Did not think I'd be struggling this much on the blush portion. Okay, I mean, we're getting more and more editorial to my temples, because why not? And it's getting a little too low on my face, a little too close to my nose. So just gonna use my sponge and kind of clean it up a little bit. All right, let's go back into Wink. I'm gonna try and like just kind of tone this down. Definitely getting cooler tone. I think I'm gonna stop here. This is probably the best that I'll get it. And then I'm gonna add blush on my nose, because why not? So I'm just gonna mix Electric Purple and Wing. Oh, that was too much. Forgot that this is eyeshadow and not blush. And my nose is blue. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix this. Just gonna add a lot of Electric Purple around here. I know it looks really ridiculous, and I'm gonna try and fix it. I mean, it's really cute, but it's not the vibe I'm going for at all. Oh, okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into Cliona's UV, and that's what I'm gonna use to highlight. This is such a pretty color to highlight with, and just a pretty color in general. Okay, I look ridiculous, so I'm just going to use some setting spray. This is the Benefit Professional one. I'm trying to get my face like wet. I'm just going to try and sort of tone down the intensity, mostly of this like nose blush situation. Oh, the setting spray dries real fast. Okay, tone down the blush. It actually looks a lot nicer. Okay, let's just add a bit more right in the center there. All right, that looks better. Just want to bring a little bit of highlight back to my nose. Okay. Oh, my lips are so dry now. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face and then I'll show you guys the final look. All right, I'm back and this is the final look. All right, so this is it. The look kind of got out of control. It kind of became its own thing, but I feel like my looks often end up doing that. It kind of became like galaxy inspired almost, but I think it's really cute. We're definitely leaning more to the blue side than the purple side. I added some faux freckles just because I felt like, I don't know, I wanted to add them. And then I added a dark lip. I was thinking of mixing some lipstick shades together to create a periwinkle lip. And I don't know, I've done monochromatic looks before. I like them, but at the same time, because everything is so soft and pastel and dreamy, I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more edgy and also just add a little bit more contrast because everything is so monochromatic. So I added a dark lip. It's actually a dark purple. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or if it just looks black, but it's actually a really dark purple. And I think it actually balances out the look really well, especially because I have a wig sort of in the same color family as the eye look that I have. So I feel like the lip really like ties everything together, but still allows each section to shine on its own, if that makes sense. Anyways, I think this is really fun. Just a fun way to start off the new year. And hopefully we'll have better things coming this year than the past 2 years. Fingers crossed. I couldn't really resist when I found out what the Pantone color of the year would be. So this is my take on it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the type of looks that I create here on my channel, I often post photos and extra content of the looks that I post here on my other social media. So I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could follow me on those platforms. I'm just trying to grow my presence online. The more engagement and interaction I can get on my content across various platforms, that just really helps me out as a very small creator. And if you enjoy the content that I post here on my channel and you want to see more, I'd love it if you could subscribe and turn on notifications, and that way you'll get updated every time I post a new video, and I'll see you guys next time.